Hello everyone. So I wanted to make a video about this because I have I got asked when I made my video about all of my tails and stuff, which you can see some of them behind me, but I got a lot of questions asking about where I got them from. Most of them were gifts that my mother got me. I do not know exactly where she got them from, but I will say that most of them probably are from places like Amazon and Shein. It is important for me to stress that while I do not condone or like or agree or anything with the people who are making cruel fur farms, I do not. Let me take off my mask real quick so that I can stress to you just how important this is to me. I do not agree with what they are doing. But all of these were pre-made. You can tell that when they get to you because of how long it takes them to get to you, that they're pre-made. That's the reason they're up there. Now, this one, I will say, I do know this one came from Amazon, but it is the fluffiest, most healthiest tail I've seen. The place that I got it from, because I actually did send my mom to the link for this one. I don't know where most of the other ones came from, but I do know this one, where it came from, and it looked like an official website. This was much more expensive than the other ones. I get that it was on Amazon. I get that it looks like it could be a that it looks like a non-ethical tail, and it could be. I'm not saying it's not. The only ones I know for sure that are not non-ethical are these two. And I know that because I got them from an oddities shop in New Orleans when we went, and I actually have the tag for one of them. This lynx tail, just the little lynx tail, was almost $30. So, and I can't remember exactly how much this one was, but I think it was almost 40. I understand that I should be saving up, and I actually am. I'm saving up to get some tails from the Ren Fair that we're planning on going on. So, I am doing that, but my mom wanted to support me. If you're watching this, you can comment and share your opinion on it, because I'm sure you're going to be watching this. That's to my mom, not to any of you. But my opinion is, like I said, I do not agree at all with what the people in the cruel fur farm business are doing. But I feel like, as someone who loves animals, loves collecting things, my view on it is that they're going to be sold anyway, and they might as well go to someone who knows how to take care of them, who will love those tails, who will, like I said, take care of them, who will have pride in them, hang them up on the wall and display them proudly. And I feel like if people don't buy them, which I'm sure eventually enough people will stop buying them to the point where it won't be marketable anymore, but that's going to take a long time. And I have seen a lot of people say, don't buy this, don't buy this. If we stop buying it, they'll stop producing it. But I don't think enough people understand how long it takes for that to happen. Especially because Therians are, number one, such a small community. We can't reach everybody within the next 10 years. There's no way. Number two, Therians are not trusted or accepted by the rest of the world, basically, as a whole. Like, sadly, we won't have enough strength as a community to convince everyone that does buy these to stop. So, while I understand what people are saying, I really do, and I'm sure I'm gonna be hated a lot by a lot of Therians by saying all of this. I understand that, and I hope that you don't get mad at me for my opinions or my views on things, but I don't see how something like this could hurt the community, because I do know another thing that I've seen a lot of people get aggravated about with people that do buy a lot of tails unethically and stuff like that is the fact that the people that do that aren't trying to buy from good places. That's why I have these, as I was trying to. Now, and I'm trying to, like I said, I've saved up over $200 from Christmas that I got from my grandparents, and I'm planning on getting at least 2 tails from the Ren Fair when we go during spring break. Like I said, I get that a lot of people are probably going to hate me for this. I wish that I could find a way to stop all this. If I could, I would. But I don't want these tails rotting away in some store or some, like, business corporation backlot or something like that. Words are not my best right now. But I'm trying to explain, like I said, my view on this, and I'd rather have them be somewhere that I know they're cared for. And I try not to buy from those places, but my family, for some reason, does not like to use Etsy, and that's where I see a lot of people getting ethically sourced tails from. But number one, they're a lot more expensive, which, again, I get the people that are doing it unethically probably will make them cheaper so that it can be that people buy them. I understand that, but like I said, my family doesn't really use Etsy. I don't know if any of you guys know Warrior Cats, but I tried to get my mom's parents to get me some of Pink Bunny Girl 43's coloring books for Christmas one year, and they didn't get them. They didn't even, they saw them on the list, and after Christmas they told me that they didn't want me to send them anything from Etsy anymore because they didn't understand it and they didn't know how it worked, so they didn't want to use it. And while I'm sure my mom doesn't feel the same way, it's still not our main place for buying stuff. So, while eventually I probably will get a lot of tails from places like Etsy, places like the Ren Fairs and fur cons and stuff like that. And if it looks like I am overbuying stuff, I probably am, because I have autism, and anything I see that I really like or really get into, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy everything I can think of. I know that's probably wrong, especially for things like the fur tails and stuff, but I can't help it. I get really excited about stuff, and finding out I was a Therian made me so excited and so happy. I couldn't help but want tails, immediately. So, while I have obviously slowed down, I don't get as many new tails now as I used to. And like I said, there are sometimes I wish that I hadn't have asked for this many tails, but I feel like they've got a good home. I'm taking care of them. I understand, and it's not that I don't care. I do care. That's why I took my mask off, because I wanted you guys to see my face, to know that I do care. And yes, I am staring off into my room because I'm looking at my other tails, because I've got other tails over there. And I'm looking at them while talking because it's straight in front of me and this is not straight in front of me. But I understand that. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate from the Therian community, which I normally don't get hate from. I get it. I understand that you're just doing what you think is right. But I feel like when I'm taking care of them, when I don't even know. I feel like I kind of explained it enough earlier in the video, but I'm kind of running at a loss for words right now because I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I still feel like people are going to hate me for it and want more answers from me, and I really don't know what else to say other than what I've already said. But like I said, I will get other tails that are ethically sourced. I'm working on that right now as we speak, but I just wanted to talk about that because I've heard a lot of talk about the paw pads situation, and one of the things that has been brought up in both videos I've seen is that she overbought tails that looked unethically sourced, and I've also been getting a lot of comments about where my tails come from and stuff. Like I said, I don't know where most of them came from because my mom bought them, but as gifts for me, mostly for doing a good job in like school and cleaning my room, which is actually clean. But I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I wanted you to hear it from me instead of hearing it from someone else. I do wish that things were different. I really do. And if I could take these Amazon and Temu and Shein shops down, all of them, if I knew they were unethical, I would. But it's just not the most realistic thing. And for me, realistically, the best option, other than just saving, which I am doing, is if my mom buys me things, I'm gonna keep them. I'm not gonna stop wearing tails or get rid of them because they're unethically sourced. I'm not going to stop buying tails that are unethically sourced if I feel like there is a possibility that they could be ethically sourced. Which is why I don't ask for tails that are less than $20 because I know the risks. But it's happened to all of us at least once. I know the first tail I got, it probably is unethical. It was my first tail, which means it was probably the cheapest, which means it was probably unethical. Most of these sadly probably are. I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm not going to stop asking my mom to get me things that she thinks fit me. But I understand what you're saying, and if you want to send me hate comments about why I should stop and why I should do this and do that, I'm not going to delete any of those kinds of hate comments. I'm not. If it makes sense, I'm not going to delete it. If it's antis or haters, then yeah, I'll probably delete it. Or if it has nothing to do with this video. But if it has something to do with this video and you want to share it, I'll be fine with you sharing your opinion. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about this because I wanted, like I said, I wanted you guys to hear it. So I am going to publish this probably tomorrow after recording this. This is the day before, most likely. Because I don't want to post today, but love you guys. Bye.